Yeah, a bit rough enough, isn't it?
Got to sort of fix it up a bit, you know.
Yeah.
That's my new shirt.
Yeah, but it looks a lot more like the bush, like that, mate. And those trousers, they don't
moleskins.
My moleskins.
They don't look real good,
Yeah,
either.
you've
You've got to get a bit of stuff on you.
That's it. What do you think you're doing? Look, those are my new trousers.
You've been out in the bush doing a bit.
What about my boots? They're okay.
Oh,
they're beautiful boots, these are.
Put a bit of dirt on them.
Hey, don't ruin them.
Fix them up a bit, you know.
Farrell, can we have some breakfast now, please?
Sure.
These are fantastic. These are goannas.
Yeah, they're the big, one of the types of Australian goannas. There's quite a few of them here. And this is the type that lives in this area. And they're quite sort of tame, and they won't hurt you unless you sort of hurt them.
They look pretty big.
Yeah, oh, they get bigger than that.
Are these babies?
No, well, they're not babies. There are bigger ones.
But look at the size of them. Let's try feeding them.
That's a bit of sausage you just given him. You watch him, he'll eat it.
Oh, wow. Go for it, mate. Yum, yum, yum. What's the crack here then, Jack?
Oh, it's the saddlecloth.
Yep.
It's made out of sheepskin.
Yep. And this is the tack here, isn't it?
This is the saddle.
And what's the name of the horse?
Trigger's his name.
Trigger! Right, now we put these straps on and we sort of tie it up somehow, don't we? I'm very good on this, by the way, because I know exactly how to tie it up, but I'm going to let Jock do this because he needs some practice.
Pull the girth up first.
Pull it nice and tight.
You put his crupper on.
What's the cropper?
Well, that's the strap that goes from the back of the saddle under his tail.
Yeah. That keeps his tail in place, does it?
No, it stops the saddle slipping forward.
Oh, right. Right, well, all I need here, really, is a pair of step ladders, don't I? Look at how high it is.
Well, you just got to swing your foot up and grab the saddle and...
Oh, away we go. No, not quite. Hang on, let me get...
You all right, Tim? You all set to go?
Yeah, I feel like the man from Snowy River here.
You do?
Yeah.
Good on you.
Okay.
Righto.
How do you say go?
Away you go. Say
go.
Say get up, Trigger.
Get up, Trigger. It works. Come on, boy.
Utterly brilliant, as Timmy would say, but someone who is utterly brilliant is sitting right next to me. It's Jim Henson, who was in earlier on talking to Tommy, which I hope you were watching, all about the Muppets, because Jim is the creator of the Muppets. And his latest creation, which is called The Storyteller, will be on your screens at 7:15 on Sunday on Channel 4. Jim, what's The Storyteller about?
Well, it's a series of folk tales, and they're basically European stories. They're traditional stories. We're working with stories that have been around for a long time, but lesser-known ones. You know, we're not doing Beauty and the Beast and Cinderella, but we're doing some of the ones that you may never have heard of before. And
they've got wonderful creations in, haven't they? Puppets and things.
Yes, yes. It's mostly people. The lead person is John Hurt, who is our storyteller. And then each show has a cast of real people, and usually a creature or two. The one that goes on tomorrow has Bob Peck, who does a wonderful job as the soldier, and then we have a number of creatures in the story with him.
And John Hurt's in them each time, isn't he? Each episode, John Hurt introduces him and tells the story. Where did you get the idea from to do it?
Well, actually, the idea came from my daughter, my oldest daughter, who was. She was majoring in folklore and mythology, and this was a few years ago. And when she was in university, we talked about it, and she had said that we should be doing something with these stories because they're so wonderful, and that they're not just children's stories, but they're stories that have a lot of meaning for both adults and children. And if they were told straight in a more or less adult fashion, it would be something quite different on television, and that's really where the whole thing came from.
The one tomorrow is The Soldier and Death, isn't it?
Yes.
So let's have a look at a clip from that. It's absolutely fantastic. You've got to watch out for these little devils. They're really evil.
Good. Let's play then.
And with that, they settled down to business. The soldier dealt the cards and won. My own, eh? And one again.
Is he cheating? Well, I am, and I'm still losing. Me too. Deal again.
Certainly. And he did. And he won. And the devils got into the kind of fume only devils can get in.
That is fantastic. The animation on those faces of the devils, how do they work?
Well, those characters are controlled mostly by cables. There's some puppetry involved, but our main devil in that had about 75 cables that goes out of this character. And when we operated him completely, it took about 7 people to perform all of the...
Good grief.
So there's a cable controlling the different parts of the eyebrows and the eyes and the mouth and the lips and all of that.
That's incredible. There seems so many. Is that for everyone?
Well, no. Some of the background characters are operated more like hand puppets. But this whole show is probably the most it's the most technical kind of puppetry that we've ever done, and it's very advanced. It's the kind of characters that we would ordinarily only do for feature films. And we're doing these characters in television, so that's kind of different for us.
Well, it looks absolutely fantastic. It's 7:15 tomorrow, isn't it? Channel 4. A must. I think you've got to watch that because it looks absolutely brilliant. Thanks ever so much, Jim, for coming in.
My pleasure.
It's now over to Didier Dodo for this week's recipe. Didier!
It is a nasty indeed, I tell you. Now, today I have been joined by a very tall person here. Here's a man here, Derek Guerrero. Merci, très bon.
Enchanté,
vous parlez le tongue de la mother, yes? Des français en ce moment?
Un petit peu, monsieur.
Ah, bah, très bon, très bon, très bon. Vive le Québec libre! Oh, oh, oh. Vive le général, les métaux fous. Now, today we have a good sporting occasion, which is the finale of the FA Cup. It's this one here, you see? And today we're making for a recipe with fruit and licorice, and one of these and a grapefruit. Now, Derek, if you would care to join me in making this recipe, as you can see, it is necessary to begin with a grapefruit. This is a very good recipe to make for members of your family who are going to spend all afternoon in a living room with the sun out and the curtains drawn, watching. If you cut, snippy, snippy, so shing, down so. Yes. Now, do you have in Canada this substance?
Rhubarb.
Oh, you know the rhubarb.
The rhubarb.
Oh, the rhubarb. We have a lot of rhubarb here on the WAC Club. You need a stalk piece to cut off there, if you would. And as you can see, it basically, the absolute art of this is you also have this substance in Canada for the children.
Licorice.
Licorice, yes, you do. The licorice is curvy, so, and with little cocktaily snicks. Did I say snicks? I was very close there. Only one consonant out of sticks, yes. We'll try that. We push it in here. There we are. And then eventually, you see, you can make your handles. An awful lot of abstract thinking going into the excellent FA Cup, and good luck with that. Now, if you have a recipe for Didier Dodo, ici l'adresse to Ratou with the total detailments and the ingredient list. It is WAC Snax, Club, PLBX 200 Londres, MW RTQ. Thank you very much indeed for that, Constable Air. And there's some music from the England football squad. Here they are with All the Way. Yes.
If we do it right, 'cause we feel just as long as we help each other all the way. We're going all the way. Going all the way. Going all the way. We're going all the way. 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 We can face any stormy weather, just as long as we can be
That's very funny. Here's three England players who featured in that fine pop record. Is it in the charts yet, guys?
I'm not too sure, actually.
No. Trevor Stephen, Gary Stevens, and Gary Stevens. Oh, very interesting. These two play for Everton. This gentleman, as we know, because he's our football correspondent, plays for Spurs. Very quickly, Everton had a good season, but you didn't get any silverware, did you? Is that right?
Yeah, we didn't get the trophies this year. We won the league last year, but obviously Liverpool run away with it this season.
Yes.
And they've got a chance of doing a double today, so it's hard living in Liverpool for us at the moment.
I know, they are a cracking side, aren't they? What I have here is some interview questions, random, silly little interview questions written on cards. So if you'd like to pick a card at random, Trevor, and see what your interview question is, read it out. What does it say?
Do you have any pre-match superstitions? Do I? I don't think most players do, but I don't think I really do have any superstitions at all.
Little
It's very, very
rituals.
Do you want me to answer that?
yeah, Gary has. So,
Have you?
Yeah, what do
I've
you
got
do?
a few, yeah. I always go out third from the dressing room.
Why?
I've no idea, actually. It's just something that...
Do the team always go out in the same order for superstitious reasons?
Well, Everton do. And,
Really?
seems
Yeah,
to...
well, there's a few. There's maybe 4 or 5 who particularly like to go out in a certain order. Obviously, start with your skipper goes up first.
Yes.
Then the goalkeeper, and then Gary has to get in. If he doesn't get in third, then he's not happy.
No.
Yes, I was going to ask if players ever sort of started jostling to be out third because everybody wanted to be out
I
third.
reckon what you tend to do is if you play well one week, you remember you put your right boot on first, and then you do that until you get beaten, and then you change it.
You can go out with no boots. Gary.
That's a good one.
What you got?
What's the most dodgy hairdo you've ever had? I think this one, actually.
What's wrong with that? It's very trendy. Really short over the ears.
It is. I've had it shorter than this, I must admit.
Footballers' hairdos change, don't they, an awful lot.
I think long hair's just...
Do you ever remember a man called Charlie George who used to play for Arsenal? He played in the cup final with his hair down to his waist. Do you remember that?
No, I remember Charlie, yeah.
It's when you were boys.
That was a double as well, but we're talking about doubles at the moment.
Right, who do you want to win this afternoon?
Do you want to win?
I'm glad you got that one, Gary.
Yeah. Well, being London-based, it'd be nice to see Wimbledon, but the way Liverpool have played this year, they've been so entertaining, so exciting, that it's going to be good for football if they do win. Everybody copies a successful team, and let's hope everybody starts copying Liverpool. And sorry, Wimbledon, but we don't like your style too much.
Fair comment from pros. Preparations for these championships, which England are in. When do you all fly off?
Well, we meet up actually on Monday. We're playing in Anne Hanson's testimonial
So playing
on
Liverpool
Monday
again.
night. So Liverpool, England against Liverpool, more or less.
Really?
And then we've got the Scotland game, Colombia, Switzerland away. This is all leading up to the championships, and then I think it's June the 8th.
Did I read that England are playing Kidderminster United or something as part of your preparation for this?
Well, I heard about
Playing
that.
a little. I thought you were playing a little club side. I heard, just to get yourself in the swing of things.
I could imagine something like that being arranged.
Bobby Gould's brother or something like that.
Not heard that one, no.
No. So your summer's tidied up. You're going to be busy this summer as well, aren't you, Gary?
Yes, well, I wished it was football, but no, I'm going to actually spend a holiday in Swanage. Sounds unusual, but I've got a little soccer camp and adventure camp down there at the end of August, so boys and girls aged 8 to 13, we're going to have a party. Michaela's coming.
OK, all right. Well, thanks very much indeed for that, you guys. The news is next. What are we?